Hi guys, today I'm going to show you this MISECU Tuya 3 megapixel solar security camera. It's currently listed on AliExpress for a little bit more than $30, so I think it's a great value when we consider that it has all functions which we can expect these days. So it's a battery powered solar charged surveillance camera with two-way audio, so it has built-in microphone and speaker. So for example, you can mount it close to your door, and when somebody is there, you can talk to people. And even though the camera is rather small and lightweight and easy to mount, it still has also a built-in white light for colorful night vision. But of course, we also have infrared. It has a high resolution of 2K. Come with AI human detection, area detection control. It can be connected to Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. And of course, the connection works with Wi-Fi. So here, a quick overview of the features. Here on the side, we have the model type. So I think a really interesting package. So I'm going to take it out of the box, show you how to set it up, how to connect, how to mount, and then I'm going to show you some live footage to show how good the camera really is. Comes with a nice instructions manual, 2 drill patterns for the camera and for the solar panel mount, even some warning stickers. And here we have the solar panel, really nice small one. Of course, because it's a rather small one, you have to make sure that it's facing nicely towards the sun, but it comes with a very long cable, so that's the good thing. So for example, we can mount it on the roof and then pull down the cord and have the camera even in complete shade. Comes even with an extra charging cable. That's a charging cable which we just need at the beginning, a really nice extra, so you can use it for your phone because you don't need it later. You get also screws, anchors, 2 plastic mounts, one for the camera, one for the solar panel, exactly how we want it. And here we have the camera nicely protected. And so here we have the camera, PIR infrared sensor. Of course, that means it's only recording when there is some movement. It doesn't record 24/7. That's not going to happen with a battery operated camera. And we have this white light for good illumination. Here in the back, the speaker, microphone, everything, even QR codes, you can scan it for the app. Down here we have the nicely protected opening for the MicroSD card. MicroSD card you have to bring on your own. Highly recommended use class 10 or higher, at least I would say 32 gigabytes. You can get these cards for $5-6. Power cable on, off, reset. And we have the opening in the opening. So when it's fully attached outside, make sure that you're using it like that. Push the USB-C plug through the inner opening, something like that, and it's nicely waterproof, good protection. In the back we have standard 1/4-inch tripod mounts, so you can also use other mounts if you have already some. In the instructions we have the QR code to download the free app from the Android Play Store or iOS App Store. And so you can see it brings me directly to this MISECU security app. Looks like it's not a proprietary app, which is good. On the other hand, it's one which I haven't seen till now, but let's see. I'm excited to see something new. Till now, I've been dealing with Cloud Edge, Vico Home, U-Box, these things. And so I'm adding here the microSD card with the pins to the back, push it fully inside. On off is on the left side. When you're holding it like that, then we long press, I guess, till we see a light. Okay, we see a red light, we get confirmation that it's turned on, and we get confirmation that it's ready to pair. If you don't hear that, long press the reset button. Okay, I had to set up an account. This is pretty much standard. Then we have this button here, add a device, click on that. Of course, now you have to give all the asked permissions and also make sure that you're already on the 2.4G Wi-Fi network which you're planning to use for this camera. After connecting, you can use any kind of internet connection from anywhere in the world. So click on allow. Maybe it will pair automatically. Let's see. If it can't find it, just choose the CG6E. That's also shown here on the camera itself, so it's pretty easy. So I click on that. Now we have to select the Wi-Fi on our phone, which we want to use, and provide the password. Click on next. Then we get the QR code, which we have to show to the camera. And it looks like it has been reading it. The LED has switched to blue. And I can confirm I heard the prompt. Yeah, I heard that already. Connection succeeded. And we have the camera now here already. Can give it a name. Click on done and click on play. Put the camera here. Now you can see we have a live view. We can also flip the screen. Now we have a larger screen. Really nice, good colors, everything looking good, but of course outside it will be even better. So I'm going to mount it now outside and test it for a while and then let you know how it has been working. And so I've been using a standard fence bracket and installed the two mounts there easily with 3 screws each. Didn't take me 5 minutes to do it. And now I have a flexible mount which I can place everywhere on my fence. And it looks really good, stable, solid. We already had a lot of wind and even rain. And the camera is holding up really nicely. Regarding sharing, important to know. Here I'm on another device, so I've been installing this app on another device, use same login, and so I can access now the camera from multiple devices. But of course you can also use the share button, which means that somebody else can download the app, create an account, and then you can add the account name here, but it has to be in the same region. But pretty cool. Here we are in the overview of the camera, so we can add more than one camera here. And then we have these functions. For example, in the library, we can see the recordings. By default, it shows the cloud footage, but we can also switch to the MicroSD card recording. So here from the day, there's nothing, which proves that there was no false alert. That's good. So let's go back to the last day and we can see the different recordings. We can make that larger and smaller. So we have a nice timeline. For example, 6 videos here. So I can play this directly from the MicroSD card. Of course, it's not exactly the same speed as when we are playing from the cloud. When you rotate the phone or using this icon here, then we can make it full screen. So let's play it again. So here we can see that in large. Maybe we repeat that and you can see it has a pretty decent quality, nothing to complain. And it has been recording me really early here. Let's look at the next one. And you can see it hasn't been catching me all the time from the beginning. In a lot of videos, there's nothing to see, just empty space. And that's something which I have to mention here. Of course, it's maybe not the fastest camera on the planet. Maybe not perfect in an area where people are usually walking fast. Can see also same thing here. Then some black and white footage. You can see the limitations regarding black and white. I mean, it's not a bad recording. It has some nice illumination thanks to the infrared illumination, which is built into the camera. But it's not comparable to the day recording and also not comparable to the colorful footage when we are using the white light through the night. With the white light, of course, it's much better. You just have to be careful when you're close to a neighbor that you're not disturbing the neighbors, of course. But as you can see, everything works nicely. There are no major lags. Even when playing from the MicroSD card, it's pretty nice. Maybe it's not the fastest camera on the planet, especially when it comes to detection, and sometimes I had some connection issues, but they got solved. Just had to wait a couple of minutes and then everything came back. And usually you can see it's pretty responsive. Like when I click on different videos from the MicroSD card, that's causing a lot of issues with other cameras. Here it's usually working pretty good. Let's check on the live video here, so you can see it's nicely working. And so we have a couple of more options. We can use the light function directly from here. We can make a screenshot directly from the overview. You can see the arrangements for the different cameras. We have this alarm icon. So we have a nice overview about what has happened, and that's the only free cloud what we have, but it's not a video, it's just a stand image, just a single shot. By the way, these are not real false alerts, it's just because I've been playing around with the camera now, but I can still jump directly to the playback, but of course to the playback of the MicroSD card. So I click here. If you get this error and you know that you have MicroSD card inside, just try again. Sometimes we get this error here regarding the MicroSD card, even though the MicroSD card is inserted. It's a small bug, but I guess they will fix that in a further firmware upgrade. We have also this live icon here. By the way, it's exactly the same thing as we can use in the front. So I go back here. More back, and then we have this icon here which you can use and go also to the live view. We can zoom in using this icon, so you can see we can move around here. Nice magnification function, really not bad, and so we can really see the good video quality here. Can also hear the audio. We have a lot of wind, so I can turn this off. Here we see also the charging level. And so you don't have to be worried about the rather small solar panel. It seems to be very efficient. So in less than 24 hours, it has charged from 50% to 70% already. By the way, here we can switch between SD and HD. So if your Wi-Fi signal strength is a little bit low, you can also use SD, but of course it's not the same thing. With HD, definitely much better. You can also see the signal strengths here, a lot of information, but we have much more. So we can make single images here or start video recording directly from here, or we can talk to people. Stop this here again. Of course, I can make it also full screen with this icon. And so you can see the awesome quality here. I would say really good sharpness, very accurate colors, good dynamic range when you look at the shade here. But we have much more. We can use this icon, and then we have pretty much all functions. For example, playback. That's of course also playback from the MicroSD card. So we have a nice overview here, what has been going on. So we can move that back to this recording, for example. Doesn't take too long. Here the gallery of whatever we have been recording. By the way, what's really nice here, when we record something, whatever we have in this gallery here will be in the same folder as the camera recordings from your phone. So for example, if you're using Google Photos, everything will be there ready to share. That's a huge advantage here. Then different night modes. You have seen that already. Infrared, black and white, or colorful footage. Anti-flicker device volume. That's the speaker on the camera. PIR sensor. Different sensitivities. Then siren, of course, only recommended when you're not close to neighbors or if there's really something. Light control. Here messages as well. So you can see human detection is maybe not the best I've ever seen. I mean, sometimes it caught me, you can see here, but sometimes either there was nothing just by playing around with the app, or I've been walking too fast, so it didn't catch me. But you can see I'm on the camera really a lot, so it definitely does a lot. Cloud storage again, of course, we have to pay for that. So we have different options for the cloud storage only and additional options for smart cloud storage functions. Of course, you also want to know how good the microphone is. So I've been recording this sample here, so you can listen to that.
Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5.
And we have a lot of settings, so we can adjust the camera a lot. Of course, we already have a couple of things here. But if we want to have the full functions, then we can click on the 3 dots. So we have some device information, basic function settings. What's important here, the talk mode. I think by default it was in the one-way communication. If you want to use it, for example, for your entrance as a door camera, then I would highly recommend to activate the two-way talk. Night vision modes, we had already sounds, we had already alarm detection. That's very important. So we can choose the video duration, alarm sensitivity level in 3 different levels. Then we can limit the activity area. So you can choose the area which you want to observe. You can make it, for example, very small as well to observe just the entry gate, or you can make it full screen. Here in my case, I've excluded the movements of the tree. It seems to work very well. Human body filtering. Sometimes during the night it can be difficult for such cameras to identify people. Maybe then better to deactivate that. But for me to avoid false alerts, it has been working great with the human body filtering. By the way, alerts have been working really good. I got the alerts within a couple of seconds, usually on my phone and even on my smartwatch. You could even trigger a siren, but of course I wouldn't do that when you're close to neighbors. PIR sensitivity, power management. You can see again the charge level, cloud storage, again with these options to buy more stuff, which of course will improve the whole experience, but good to know that it's not needed. You can run this camera without any subscription. Offline notification, you will be notified when the device goes offline. Then firmware upgrades here. So you can see it has pretty much everything what we can expect from a very comprehensive, very modern battery operated solar surveillance camera, and usually it has been working really reliable, good quality image or videos, very easy to use. Share the camera, download footage, share footage. Again, it's maybe not the fastest camera, has maybe not the most sensitive PIR sensor, so I wouldn't recommend it for areas where people are usually walking really fast. But for smaller areas, for example for the entrance or so, this could be absolutely perfect, and the price is absolutely awesome. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link where you can buy it into the description of the video. And so I would say that's it for now. I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this camera, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.